This room is named Where the Shooting Star Falls. Here we trace the story of how 윤동주's poetry came to be so universally loved after the poet's death. Those who were left after his death, his family and friends, strove to preserve the collection of poems by Yoon. Can you see the drawer located at the center of the room? In order to preserve our exhibits, we put each item on each of the shelves according to its theme. In all rooms located on the ground floor except for the Prelude room that we've just visited, you can open each drawer yourself. Also, please note most of the important drawers are marked with stickers. If you want to look more closely at the items inside the drawers, you can use the magnifier. With your back turned against the entrance, the drawer on your far right that is in front of you contains the timeline of 윤동주's life and events that commemorate the poet. You can also take a look at the guest book from the memorial ceremony, letters that the poet's family received, piratical edition, and many more inside other drawers. On the far right drawer, you can see the notes written by families and friends of the poet, those that were made during when the remains of the poet were being donated. On the left side, there is a guest book from memorial ceremony of the poet. On the drawer B9-2, there lies a note of commemoration made by Dongju, who was a close friend and underclassman of the poet. He wrote that, "I am ashamed that I wasn't able to die." On the left column, you can see letters exchanged between Yoon's family and those who commemorate the poet. There are also those from abroad that discuss translating his works or tell them of a memorial ceremony happening abroad. On the left of the drawer lies a typesetting for a piratical edition of 윤동주's poem collection. Piratical edition, also called bootleg copy, is a copy that is published illegally or was copied without the consent of the original author. You can see that Yoon's poems were famous enough to have bootleg copies being sold to the public. In the drawer located on the leftist column are articles about the poet Yoon. From the 1950s, articles in college newspapers and important public newspapers began discussing his works. They introduced his works to the public, made critics on the works, and told the public of commemoration ceremonies of the poet. On the shelf on the other side, there are lists of important copies of the poem collection. It is recommended that you look into them with a magnifier at your leisure. Now, if you were to look at the back, you can see there are several editions of Yoon's poem collection after Korea's liberation. These show that Yoon's poems have been constantly loved throughout the years. Can you see the video shown on the screen? The video is a collection of recordings from the 1980s until today. We can see the legacy that 윤동주 left us, how we remember him, and how his works have been read. Now, from the next room, we'll explore the life of 윤동주 and his world of poetry according to a chronological order.